Hey guys, I'm now going to review the Jaguar F-Pace SVR. I'm here on a Jaguar Media Drive Day. We've driven 3 cars. This is one of the 3. It's the best of the 3. They've saved the best for last. This is the highlight of the day. This is the one that I'm going to be dreaming about when I leave here tonight. This is 550 horsepower from a Supercharged V8, 0 to 60 miles an hour in under 3.8 seconds, in fact, 0.3 seconds quicker. Proper old school muscle car. Family SUV, family runabout. I'm not going to do the full walk around thing that I normally do in these videos because you know what, go check the F-Pace video. It's pretty much the same, although I would say actually the boot space is better in this because it doesn't have the plug-in hybrid system, so no battery under the floor. Interior rear space is pretty good as well, but what this is a beast to drive. So really the thing to do with it is to take it for a drive and see what it's like. Make sure that you're subscribing to this channel, which is of course Motoring Middle East. So here we are inside the SVR. I'll give you a few bits of information. This has got a 550 brake horsepower supercharged V8. In fact, you know what? Let me turn it on. Whoa. Don't know if you'll be able to hear that. I'll tell you what, it really bangs and pops and makes all the right noises. I really like it. They say it's faster, it's more agile, it's active all-wheel drive system, torque vectoring by braking, switchable active exhaust. I'm guessing the exhaust is on. It's got quad tail bites, makes a lot of noise, and big barking, popping noises on liftoff as well. Peak torque has been up to 700 Newton meters for this model year. So it's now 0 to 60 is 3.8 seconds, 0.3 seconds quicker with this model year. With the dynamic launch is quicker, obviously. Higher maximum speed, 178 miles an hour or 286 kilometers per hour. Improved brakes, new steering, speed sensitive electronic power assisted steering. Retuned dampers, 8-speed quick shift automatic, electronically controlled active rear differential, revised motorsport aero, decreases lift by 35%, so more drag on the front on the car, new front bumper, enlarged brake cooling vents, all new headlights and all new rear tail lights, 22-inch alloy wheels. The rest is just electronics inside the car. To be honest, inside the car it gets pretty much the same treatment as the new F-Pace. So it's all pretty much the same. I mean, you wouldn't really be able to tell apart from this very nice Alcantara lining on here, right up to here, and on this side, and also on here on the roof and on the pillars on the inside. Just a nicer sort of look around here. There's carbon effect here, and of course an SVR badge here, which is quite cool. So, and really nice seats actually as well. So you know what? Let's just not worry about all of this stuff. Let's just take it for a drive, and you know, we'll start off in comfort mode. No, we won't. Let's just go straight into sport, dynamic. Put that into sport. Oh, wow! Holy moly! That will wake up the neighborhood. Oh, that is absolutely bonkers. I tell you what, this car, I have actually been driving it for a while now on these sort of roads, and it is so grippy, so solid, but incredibly ferociously fast. It's like it wants to spin all 4 wheels. It makes incredible noises. It really fills you with excitement and energy, as you can probably tell. The steering is actually really good, very weighty, not a lot of feedback, but reasonably responsive, and you know, it does exactly what you want, and you can feel confident in what you're doing with the helmet, that's for sure. Punching it here. I've also used the paddle shifts. Let's switch on to the paddle shifts there, and whoa, oh my god, that's in 4th gear. What was it, 7,000 RPM? Whoa, 7,500 RPM, and it absolutely, when they say pulls like a train, they might as well have coined that phrase for this car. That's incredible. You know, good grip, but you know, sometimes out of the corners, again with slippery corners and stuff like that, you do get a little bit of tendency for it to just want to actually literally, like at one point I felt like it had pivoted around its corner, around its central axis, you know. Snapping it down the gears, no issues at all. Quick shift is, yeah, really is quick shift, so it's a better gear change on this, on the paddles on here, than it is on the regular F-Pace, that much is for sure. Good brakes as well. I mean, really strong, give you a lot of confidence. But going back to that, the grip of the thing, very well planted, but every now and then, even when it breaks just a little bit of traction, you know what it's doing, and I think the electronics are there to look after everything, and it's not really too much of an issue. Obviously you can't be a hooligan with this much power, because you know, things could go wrong, but I'll tell you what, getting up to silly speeds is absolute child's play in this car. The ride, as you can now, we're in town. Let's momentarily go into comfort mode, and the normal auto, you see, it quietens down, it calms down, it becomes like a nice purring kitten with no issues at all. Yeah, left-hand drive again, because on this Jaguar event that we're doing, it's an international led event, so the cars are international spec. I don't know specifically which market this one is for, but I'm not bothered. And again, driving it in left-hand drive over here doesn't seem to be too much of an issue. Not really had any problem with it. Just tremendous power, tremendous presence. I love the orange on this car that I've got. They had it in blue and in orange, and they said, which one do you want? I said, I want the orange one. Just because, look, it's the right sort of color for this sort of car. It's just a bit loud and a bit mad, isn't it? So the ride is quite hard, you can imagine, but it does soften up. Like, for example, now that we're in this village and in this mode, it's not too bad at all. It goes back to the normal, as you'd expect, Jaguar cosseting sort of thing. But when you're in sports mode, it does firm up quite a lot, and you really will feel the bump thump of the road. But then, the idea is that then it's holding the body absolutely solid for something that's so big like this. It's not roly-poly in any sense. It's not moving around or anything. It's absolutely staying planted. This is such a brute. I mean, wowzers. I mean, literally. Monstering these roads, it's monstering these little roads. It is brutally fast, extraordinary. Sounds it, the torque is there, the power is there, responds on the paddle, it's making the noises, it's absolutely planted, the grip is there. What an extraordinary machine, and it's one of those vehicles where, you think that it shouldn't be able to do this sort of stuff. It shouldn't be able to do this sort of performance. But it's a little bit like when you drive the Range Rover Sport SVR. It's kind of that kind of sensation that you think that a vehicle of this size, of this nature, a family SUV, and yet this is basically it's a muscle SUV. That's what this is. It's incredible. I can't talk about or review. Wow. The brakes are so reassuring. But you can, oh man. And you do this, sometimes you get this pop. Oh, the gear changes are great. Sometimes you get this bang, this wallop, and this parp at the back of the exhaust. It's extraordinary. So I was saying that I can't talk about cars like this without saying that, well, as good as this car is, and I've driven on this drive event today, I've driven 3 Jag SUVs, and there's no question that they saved the best for last, and this is the one that I'm going to be buzzing about when I leave today. This car is on death row. Wow, did you hear that? This car is on death row. This is it. The V8, they won't be developing these engines anymore because, they've already said they're going to full electrification on their cars within actually just a few years. I think 5 years ahead of the deadline they're talking about. So 25, 4 years from now. Poof, my goodness. It's extraordinary, isn't it, to think about that? Are these cars dinosaurs? Are they redundant? Have they had it? Is it time to put them out to pasture? From the experience I'm having right now, I would say no to all of those questions. But there you go. I mean, that's the edict of what's happening. So as sad as it is, make the most of it. So, if you were to ask me, like, how much is this car? What is the price? Is it good value? I'd say all of those questions are redundant. It really doesn't matter. Because if you believe in this sort of product, if you believe in this sort of car, if you believe in this sort of muscle and this sort of driving experience, then that price, whatever it might be, is irrelevant. Because if you can afford it, you should just get it. It's as simple as that. It's like, don't hesitate, don't wait, don't think about it, because you are literally now running out of time. What a machine, though. What an absolute beast of a thing. And it's a car that you can take to the shops and take to work and drop the kids to school in. Looks the part, though. Does look the part. But, yeah, mental. Absolutely love it. There you go. That's my kind of exciting, excitable, ecstatic, but at the same time, slightly sobering review of this amazing car. Wow.